It was reported yesterday evening that some Republican senators have decided that they don't have to be impartial jurors in the Senate impeachment trial, and they're actively working with Donald Trump's defense lawyers. Ted Cruz, Lindsey Graham, and Mike Lee all met to talk strategy with Donald Trump's impeachment lawyers as the impeachment defense team prepares to give their, kind of closing, I guess you would call it, to wrap up their side of the case today. Now, these Republicans, Cruz, Graham, and Lee, are all going to be voting on whether or not to convict. They are, in fact, by definition, jurors in this trial. Now, if you were at any other trial, at any other court, in any part of this country, and you had your legal team go meet secretly to talk strategy with the jury, the lawyers would most likely face sanctions, possibly the loss of their licenses for jury tampering. They would also face criminal charges for that. The jury would be dismissed, and you would immediately declare a mistrial and convene a new jury, set a new trial, new lawyers, blah, blah, blah. But again, things work a little differently in an impeachment trial. Apparently, everything's made up and the rules don't matter. Honest to God, it's like a freaking episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway? You just make stuff up as you go, and then you get arbitrary points, and then at the end, nothing happens. That's what's happening with this impeachment trial. The whole thing is a farce for the Republicans. They don't give a shit. Like, they could not care less about what is taking place. They don't care about the image they are projecting of, yes, we're contaminated jurors, we're tainted jurors. Yeah, we're meeting with them to talk strategy. What are you going to do about it, folks? What are you going to do about it? They're almost taunting us at this point with it. Because they know damn well that nobody else in that Senate is going to do anything about it. We, the voters, sure, if you live in their state, you could vote them out whenever they're up for re-election again. I know Lindsey Graham alone has 6 years left. Ted Cruz has a couple of years for people to forget this. So, okay, then what? The Senate won't do anything about these individuals, and they should. They should, each and every one of them, be expelled from the chamber for good. They should, at the very least, have their votes stripped away from them. This is an absolute abuse of justice here, a miscarriage of justice. And they're doing it intentionally, they're doing it openly, they're doing it proudly, because these Republicans know, much like Trump himself, nobody is ever going to hold them accountable. One of today's video sponsors is Privacy, and right now they have a wonderful offer for all of our Ring of Fire viewers. Go to privacy.com/ROF. Sign up for your Privacy account and you will receive $5. Privacy.com, their service is absolutely one of the most vital in an online world today, especially during the pandemic. Everyone is encouraged to stay home, so we're ordering more things online. And so your bank account information is more vulnerable than ever. Privacy gives you security. This is a product that I use all of the time, and here's why. If you have ever had your bank account information stolen, if it's been part of a data leak, that is a massive headache, trying to get your money back, trying to repair your credit. Privacy helps take away some of that concern. What Privacy does is it provides a browser extension, or you can go right into the website or into the app, and it can create a virtual bank account or credit card number. It could be a temporary number that only is used one time, or it can be merchant specific, meaning you can create a bank account card that only works for one particular website. So if that account happens to get hacked or has a massive data breach, that card number no longer works with any other website. That is how privacy helps protect your bank account information in an increasingly insecure online world. So again, go to privacy.com/ROF. You get $5 free just for signing up, or if you don't want to type it in, just click the link at the top of the video description below.